Welcome. Thank you for stopping by and choosing to listen to this message for today. My name is Kimberly, and this is from Loved Ones Tarot. I want you to go ahead and look at these two cards before you. You have the Page of Pentacles and the Hierophant in reverse. These two cards represent the energy that may exist within your heart, mind, body, and spirit for the month of February 2025, as well as for the first week of March 2025. If you find yourself connecting to these two cards, then more than likely this reading is for you. Now, it looks like to me for February, this month is one of needing to follow through on certain goals. Now that there is a renewed sense of energy, of passion, motivation to accomplish what has not been done before. Okay? So a desire to do what you have not done before. If you feel like this connects with you, then please keep watching. This reading is for you. These three cards represent your emotional state. So how are you feeling in February and the first week of March? You have the Emperor in reverse, the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Chariot also in reverse. So emotionally, yes, it's very clear that you have no desire to do what you've already done. Almost as if you don't want to repeat the past. Now, this could be your present state of being, that you want to step out of what you're doing, or it could be you don't want to repeat past mistakes. Or I do get the sense for some of y'all that you don't want to follow in the footsteps of either your parent or somebody that you've seen continuously make mistakes, and you don't want to end up like them, or you don't want to copy them. You want to learn from them and do the opposite. And these three cards represent your mental state. So what are you thinking about in February and March? You have the Hanged Man, the Fool, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So mentally, you have left your responsibilities on the back burner, or at least in your mind, or maybe you're leaving some things up to God or the universe to sort themselves out while you turn your attention to a new journey for yourself. There definitely looks like this thought process of what will be, and you may not be putting down concrete planning. Okay, next we're going to look at your intentions, what you want people to see and believe based upon your actions in your day-to-day life. You have the Tower, the World, and the Two of Cups. So you want people to see and believe that change will happen for you in your life, that there will be a new level of achievement to take place, and that your relationships will not be negatively impacted by these changes. So you want people to believe that, yes, you're going to follow through on what you say you want to do, and in the end, they're going to like it. In the end, they're going to be supportive. So it looks like some people in your life may not be as supportive as you wish them to be, but let's take a look at their perception of you. These three cards represent what people notice about you and their perception of you in your day-to-day life, in real life. You have the Page of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Ace of Cups, and they're all in reverse. So people can notice that your goals or your dreams may not be built on a good foundation right now. There may be some conflicting obligations that have to be addressed first that you may not be focusing on. And because you may not have a solid plan with steps and a time frame of when you're going to achieve each step, people in your life may not be believing in you that you could follow through with one of your goals or plans for this month. And some people may believe that you're too self-centered this month. You're too focused on what you want and what you need, that it could almost borderline be unrealistic. Now, is this valid? Is this the truth? I don't know. This is just their perception of you for this month, and that can change. Moving on to a situation that needs to be addressed according to your loved ones on the other side. So you have the Eight of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Nine of Wands, and they're all in reverse. And this represents your situation that needs to be addressed. It looks like there's a question of how can you stay in a place, or how can you stay in an environment or a situation that you no longer want to be in or be a part of? And how can you make it work or make it better if you do have to stay where you are? Your loved ones on the other side have this to suggest for you. These two cards represent the energy that you need more of heading into February and March. You have the Eight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. So your loved ones on the other side, they want to let you know when the opportunity presents itself to you, and it will. They want you to accept the support of your community. And this community could be your family, your friends, acquaintances, co-workers. It could be professional organizations. It could be mentors, counselors, any kind of outside resources that can shed some light on your situation and also give you physical assistance. So accept any positive support that comes your way. And these two cards represent the energy that is not needed for February and March. You have the Death in reverse and the Hanged One. Your loved ones on the other side want to let you know the energy that you don't need is your refusal to take control of what you can change about your life. God or the universe or the angels, they can give you some help every now and then. They can give you some tools, and they can give you a little bit of luck sprinkled in every now and then, here and there. But any path that is taken by you is one that you have to choose by yourself, and you have to walk down on your own. So you have to choose a path and start walking. So any hesitation on your part will not help you for this month. And in your near future, the most likely outcome for this situation at hand, you have the Four of Cups in reverse, the Hermit, and the Queen of Swords, and they're also in reverse. So it looks like in your near future, you may go out in search of support from people that are willing to help you. And by expressing how you feel, you will be motivated or inspired to stay where you are, but still be happy. And not so emotionally overwhelmed or feeling confused. So your level of adaptability, flexibility, resiliency, and strength and optimism will increase in the near future. And it looks like sometime in the third week of February to the first week of March, you may experience this positive transformation for yourself. But it's not set in stone. Everything can change depending on what you choose to do going forward. Okay. And if you still need more clarity from your loved ones on the other side about this situation or about your month in general for February and March, this section is your words of advice from your loved ones on the other side. You have advice number 1, 2, and 3. Now you may relate to all of these or you may relate to none. And that's okay, but I do hope that you can relate to at least one of these. So starting off with advice number 1, you have the King of Swords, the Eight of Swords in reverse, and the Three of Swords also in reverse. So your loved ones on the other side want you to start practicing self-discipline and making a routine for yourself, creating good habits. If you want to free yourself from any feelings of dissatisfaction, of stagnation, of depression, your loved ones on the other side want you to sit down with yourself and create a plan of action. And for advice number 2, you have the Knight of Swords, the Emperor in reverse, and the Ten of Pentacles. So for some of y'all, your loved ones on the other side want you to have a open and honest conversation with yourself and with those that are affected by your decision making. And you're going to have to let your guard down. So any high expectation or demand that you may have previously, you can't go into this conversation with feeling as if everything has to go your way or that particular conversation has to go your way. If you want a happy family with stability and harmony and everyone is on the same page and they love each other and things are going to work out in the long term, You're going to have to operate in a different way other than feeling like your voice is the only voice that matters. Now, this is just for some of y'all. And for advice number 3, you have the 3 of Swords in reverse, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Swords in reverse. So some of y'all are going to have to go back to the drawing board and realistically figure out what obligation, what responsibility, what goal that you can actually achieve with the time, the skill, and the resources that you have to invest, as well as you're going to have to figure out who does what. So if you're in a relationship or a partnership at home or at work, you're going to have to figure out who does what and when do they do it and how much do they do it and for how long do they do it. Because remember, again, in advice number 1 and number 2, it does carry with this common theme of you're going to have to figure out a plan of action. So in advice number 3, your loved ones on the other side want you to be like, okay, you have a plan, but also be realistic on what you can do and be realistic on what other people can do as well when y'all choose to accomplish these shared goals or a shared vision for your future together. Otherwise, you may be at risk of still feeling this pain, of still feeling trapped, or feeling helpless. All right. Now we're going to move on to your weekly outlook, which is up here. Now, this information could be for you or it may not be for you. This is just information for you to take with you just in case you come across this situation. If you happen to feel some regret for things that happened in the past, if you get caught up in shoulda, coulda, woulda, or you start having obsessive thoughts about what you have lost, try to keep your emotions in check or don't let it affect every decision that you make for that week. And in the second week of February, you have the 7 of Swords and the Empress in reverse. So it looks like there's someone in your life that you may be tempted to withhold some information from or to be dishonest in order to get what you want. So watch out for that. In the third week of February, you have the World and the Hierophant in reverse. So remember what I said about your near future, how it may start in the third week. It looks like you are going to be able to break away from tradition or shake up your routine, do something different in the third week. And it's going to be something positive. In the fourth week of February, you have the Lovers and the Devil, and they're both in reverse. So the fourth week looks like you may break a commitment that you previously made to somebody, and it's only because you know it's the right thing to do in order for you to break away from any negative patterns of behavior or negative patterns of thoughts or emotions. So it's something that's going to help you grow. Now, whether that is valid or not, I don't know. It's just something that you may feel is necessary. In the first week of March, you have the 7 of Cups and the Chariot, and they're both in reverse. You may develop a realistic goal or plan with expectations that you can accomplish in a realistic time frame for yourself. And for your word of encouragement from your loved ones on the other side, you have the 3 of Cups in reverse, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands in reverse. So your loved ones on the other side want you to know that even if it feels painful, even if it may feel isolating for you, when those around you are not as supportive as you would like them to be about your dream or goal that you have for your future, it could be a sign for you to reevaluate what you want and what you need. You may have to be flexible. You may have to get creative and pivot from your original plan because there could be a better goal or a better dream out there for you that you just haven't thought of. You will get to where you need to be, so please don't lose that faith. If this reading helped you today, please subscribe if you have not, or just keep on coming back. And with that said, to all my Libras, take care.